What's happening, everybody? Greg Ehrenberg here, and we're about to break down some PrizePicks NBA action. As you guys come in, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Any questions or comments you have for me about any of the bets that I give out in this video, or just any additional thoughts you have, like maybe there's something I didn't talk about that you would have liked me to talk about, you could either let me know below in the comment section, or even easier, download Chalkboard. It is a totally free to use app. It's totally free to use our channel, and we've been in there posting additional bets, answering any questions you guys have. So go check us out in there, hang out with us, sweat some bets, and ask some questions. So Chalkboard, link below, totally free to join. Now let's get into prize picks for today. Going to pull up some of the, not that size. There we go. Nobody wants to see me. You want to see the data. So there's only 4 NBA games today. As a result, there are not that many props that project as being massively plus EV for us, but we do have 3 for prize picks that are projected to have a 52% win rate. Got these right here, going back and forth highlighting. Going to be talking about them. I actually do agree with all 3. I think all of these are good props. Good things to build your props picks, player cards around. So let's get into it. Also, if you guys want access to this data, our prize picks, or I should say our pick'em package over at stokastic.com, it is 50% off when you sign up using the link below. So you get access to it for less than $5 when you sign up using that link below. And it's not just prize picks included. It's also No House Advantage. It's also Underdog. And as you can see, all the data we have, we've got all the different props here. We've got the prop line, the projections, and our expected win rate on them. Now, for a slate like today, only 4 games. So there's not an abundance of plus EV props, but still we're able to find a few on a 4-game slate and enough for you to build what should be a winning player prop card over on PrizePicks, whether you opt to go with the power play or with the flex play. But let's start with our number 1 rated prop for today. It is Brandon Ingram over 5 rebounds. We have him projected for 6, and yeah, definitely a pretty short line here on Ingram, who's been playing a big role down the stretch of the season for the Pelicans, really just by necessity, because this team is right in the mix of the play-in race. They have some potential to miss out on the play-in game entirely. Actually, if we look at where they are right now, let me pull up the standings on my phone, because where are the Pelicans? If I'm not mistaken, they're either right around the 10 seed or maybe even short of it, and they are currently, yeah, they are 12th in the West, so a half game behind the Lakers and the Mavericks for the 9/10 spot, which if the thing started right now, the Pelicans would not even be in the play-in game. So as a result, here are some of the minutes that we're seeing from Brandon Ingram in competitive games. Now, we'll put last game aside. He only played 31.5 minutes, but that was a game against the Spurs. The Pelicans won by a final score of 119-84. So there was no need for the starters to really play in the fourth quarter. But the games before that, Ingram played 39 minutes against the Rockets, 38.5 minutes against the Rockets, and then 37.5 minutes against the Lakers. So for this season, Brandon Ingram is averaging 5 rebounds per game, but that is only in 33 minutes. Now, there's no Zion Williamson, so that's a rebounder being taken off the court for the Pelicans. They're playing some smaller lineups. And Ingram, instead of playing 33 minutes, we're looking at him playing somewhere around 38 minutes. So we're looking at somebody who typically averages 5 rebounds per game. His prop line is 5, but he's in an advantageous spot because of a missing teammate, and then also playing about 5 extra minutes per game. That's where we get that additional rebound projection. I think the over on Brandon Ingram looks pretty good. Now, SGA is having a breakout season. He's been terrific this year, but why do we like under 5.5 rebounds for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander going up against his former team, the Los Angeles Clippers? And the Clippers are going to be without Paul George tonight, potentially be without Paul George for the rest of the season after he hyperextended his knee the other day. Well, another guy here in SGA averages 4.8 rebounds per game for the season. Not too far off from our projection. Look, we've got him projected for 4.87. He averages 4.8 rebounds. The prop line is 5.5. All this makes sense to me. I think it does totally make sense that we would have the under projected well here for SGA. And something else also is, even though the Thunder are just like the Pelicans we just talked about, right on the fringes of the play-in race, it doesn't mean that they've prioritized giving all their key guys the biggest minutes in the world. In fact, we've even seen SGA rested in some recent games. So I think if OKC makes the play-in game, they'll be happy with it. But I don't think they're going to force the action like a lot of other teams are. And that's why we look at, for the season, SGA plays 36 minutes per game. And for the last 2 months, 36 minutes per game. For the last month, 36 minutes per game. The last 2 weeks, 36 minutes per game. There are not additional minutes going to SGA just because of the play-in push. It's not something the Thunder are really prioritizing. So as a result, we've got him projected right in line with the season average in terms of rebounds, and that under looks pretty good for us. Now, another OKC player that looks good in our projections, Josh Giddey, but we've got him for over 7 rebounds. But the reason this makes sense to me is, once again, just look at the seasonal average for Josh Giddey. He's been a monster rebounding the ball for OKC this year. He's averaging 7.8 rebounds per game, and he's also gotten better in the rebound department as the season's gone on. Over the last 2 weeks, averaging 8.3 rebounds. Over the last month, averaging 8 rebounds per game. We've got him projected for 8.26, not too far off from his recent averages. Like I said, over the last month, averaging 8 rebounds per game. For the season, 7.8. So when I looked at SGA, it's just the number is not in line with what he's done for the entire season. It's too high. The same goes for Josh Giddey, just the inverse. His prop line is too low based on what he's done for the season. So if we just look at the baseline averages for guys like Brandon Ingram, SGA, Josh Giddey, it tells a story of where these props are. I like all of our projections here. I think this is a good way to help build out our prop card at PrizePicks. Brandon Ingram over 5 rebounds, SGA under 5.5 rebounds, and then finally Josh Giddey over 7 rebounds. I think those are 3 props to build our PrizePicks cards around. If you guys haven't signed up at PrizePicks yet, use the link below. It is going to get you up to a $100 bonus on your first deposit and 1 free month of Stochastic Plus Platinum. Also, don't forget to check out our Pick'em package. You get access to that using the link below for less than $5. But most importantly, guys, let's win all our bets today. Good luck. See you guys back here tomorrow.